Just doing some more testing with filters tonight. Let me put up some information. Okay, what color do I want to use tonight? Maybe I'll use the green again. Inch. Maybe I'll put that at the bottom. Yeah, maybe I'll put that down here. Okay, now the other parameters like gains 10 to 20. Exposure right now is 10 seconds. Seconds. What else? Exposure. Digital binning 2. DB2 average. Hello, Matt. Histogram. Where's the histogram right now? Histogram is really being clipped. Ow, mosquitoes. Histogram 40 to 125. Histo. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. I have a dark frame. I have an 8-second dark frame applied. Not a FARC, I have a dark. Okay, 8-second dark. What else? 8-second dark. Average stacking 5. I put it in just for the heck of it tonight to see what's going on. I'm looking, this is what, right now at 29 degrees in the southwest, which is where I have a lot of light pollution. So I decided to put the filter in tonight just to see what's going on. Okay, and sharpness, what do I have? I have sharpness at 50%. And mosquitoes at 100%. That's not bad for a 10-second exposure with the filter in. Yeah, it's the Sky Orion. Let me get the box. I know I have both of them. Jeff had asked me today, and it is the Sky Glow Imaging Filter, 2-inch from Orion. It says Astro Imaging Light Pollution Filter. So that's what I'm using. I first went to Lagoon, and Lagoon was behind a pine tree, and then I went to Triffid, and it was also in a pine tree. So I decided to go a little bit higher up, and that's why I got this one. The filter should not be clipping the cone. The filter installs inside of the housing for the HyperStar. But yes, I do notice that it's light. There is light fall off. I can live with that. Yeah, the HyperStar holder assembly is threaded on the inside, and you put the filter there. For my 11-inch, I have a filter tray, so I can change the filters without having to physically take everything apart and then change filters. With this one, I guess I should have ordered the filter tray. I'm going to try a little bit longer exposure. I'm going to stop this and go to 15. Loop at 15, and I'm going to go and change my stop the stack. Up, 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 up. I guess I should have stopped. Stop it. And then let me go for stop the stacking, and let me enable the 15-second dark that I did. Okay, so enable 15-second dark, and start the 15-second looping. And now start the 15-second stacking. And let's see what happens with the histogram. I may have to went to the default in the histogram. Now let me drop the white down to, where was I before? 125. Mosquitoes. You know what? I think this went into the tree. Okay. Oh, yeah, I think it's going into the tree. Let me elevate the pier as high as it'll go. Okay. Pier's all the way up. So I got the scope as high as I can get it. Let me disengage the stack. That's not going to cut it. So let's try, see if the eagle is high enough. Let me go to the eagle.
Telescope slew into target.
And if it doesn't, then I'll be moving.
Telescope slew complete.
Nope, I'll have to be moving someplace else. Okay, well, that's not going to cut it. So let's go to a different list. I'm going to go azimuth. You got any suggestions right now? Eagles, that's all too low. Where was the iris? That's what, 7023? Okay, NGC 7023. That's going to be small. NGC 7023. Object info. It's okay. Action menu. Wait, oh, wait. Let me stay where I am right now. This would be interesting to see what happens. Let me do an average. I'm going to do some stacking. Get the picture of the eagle and the tree. The North American is. I might go to North American. That'd be interesting to, yeah, because it fits well in the field of view of the 16C. Oh, I think the tree is getting closer. with each refresh, I think with the next 15-second refresh, it's going to be real close to being gone. Yeah, let me go to the North American Nebula. Where's my list? Kill that. Kill that. Bubble Nebula. Okay. Crescent. Crescent will be very small in here. Merope is not up yet. So NGC, where's North American? North American Nebula. Click. Right click.
Telescope slew into target.
Directly at the zenith. Let me turn to the
Telescope slew complete.
next view should put it in there. Let's see. Oh, my exposure is 15, so let me erase that for now. It's going to need a lot more than 15 seconds. I think it's upside down. So let's go. Stop. I did a 25-second dark. Let's loop 25 seconds. And let me go to dark. Import a 25. Enable. Let's see what happens. Hey, Rusty. Well, the North American is upside down. Canada at the bottom. I think. And the Gulf of Mexico is at the top left. So let me I'm going to raise the black point to about 25, maybe 30, and lower the white to about 125. All right, that's getting better. Okay. So let me do a rotate 180. I guess I have to stop the integration. Okay, so let me stop the integration wherever that is. Stop. And let me rotate 180. And let me start. Let's see what happens. See if I did that right. Hopefully the dark rotates with the field of view and matches the light. I got to stop the exposure. I got to move this star up. So let me stop the exposure. Let me go to about a 5-second and loop. Pull up the crosshairs. And I want to bring that star up about even with that line. Let's see if I went in the right direction. Wrong way, of course. So I've got to switch north and south. Go to 64x. North. 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 Okay. Maybe one more little tweak north. Okay. Turn that off. Yeah, rotate it. So now let me go back to stop and let me go back to 25 seconds. Boom. 25 seconds. The gain again is at 10 of 20. The exposure is 25. 25 seconds. And the histogram, let's see where I'm going to put the histogram when histogram is 30 to 125. Let me change. Let me start the average stacking. Okay. Average stacking started, and the histogram is 30 to 125. And I have now a 25-second dark. 25. Okay. All right. So I just sit back and see how the stacking comes out. Figured I'd come out tonight because it's supposed to have bad weather coming in tomorrow with rains tomorrow night. It'll be supposed to be nice for the weekend. Let me zoom in a little. I did the rotate with the camera to get it to the right orientation. Matt, I think didn't Rock answered all your questions, right? I know you. I saw a bunch of questions that I was going to ask Rock about it when I got up this morning. Rock had already sent you a response. Really think I should have lowered the saturation. Saturation's at 128. I wonder if I could reduce it to about reduce the saturation to 100 and see what happens. Let me put that in. Keep them coming. Yeah, I didn't post on the groups that I was going to be broadcasting because I didn't know if I would be, but I'm glad I decided to come out, watch the little TV with the wife, and then came out here. Good. Thank you, Matt. Pac-Man is up in the northeast right now. What else is up? Oh, it stopped capturing. I, I guess it stopped capturing when I changed the exposure time. Oh, well, I'll have to remember that. now I've got my first capture of the North American Nebula. I am recording a video. So I don't really have the North American centered. I'm a little bit off. So I'll go above Mexico right there.
Telescope synced.
Okay, I just sync to the cursor. If I could easily remove the filter from the HyperStar lens, I would do it. I was telling Matt earlier, with my 11-inch HyperStar, I had a filtered tray, so I could just slide the tray out, take the filter out, put another filter in, slide it in. With this one, I have to totally disassemble the whole HyperStar assembly to get the filter out. I know it helped with the dumbbell. Bringing out some of the extended nebulosity. And of all the filters I tested the other night, I liked this filter the best. As far as how much does it help, I wish I had taken a picture of the helix without the filter, but the helix was going behind trees when I was capturing the helix, so that's why I stopped with just 2 filters. Uh, I don't know where the helix is now, but I guess when I move to the East Meridian, I will find out. I'm going to try to move over to the Pelican now, since I've captured a few images here. So let's see. Let me. I'm going to go. There's a tendril right in the Pelican. Let's slew to and center at cursor.
Telescope slew into target.
So I'm moving to the Pelican Nebula.
Telescope slew complete.
Let me stop the stacking. I mean, it's not that far. It's less than a degree. So let's see what happens. You can see that bright star to the left of center moved off, so it went in the right direction. You can see the whole Pelican. I wish when my neighbor was kind enough to let me cut down some trees on his property, he wanted for some reason to save this huge water oak that's directly due south. And he basically rents out the property. If he lived there, I could see the keeping the oak tree, but he didn't even live here. So maybe the next hurricane it'll blow over. I don't know. But there's the Pelican. Let me do. Let me start the stacking. But you can see. I mean, The head is here, and the bill goes down here into here, and the body is around here. So yeah, that's the pelicans. The bill, the mouth would be here, you know, looking to the lower left. It's a lot fainter than the North American. I'm going to try pushing the exposure. I'm going to stop. I'm at 25 now. What the heck? Let's go to 40. I'm going to loop 40. So let me change this to see what happens. Erase. Oh, I didn't want it that small. How about getting the right size? Okay. Let's see. And I could lower, I could raise the black to maybe 55. 55 to 125. Okay, so at 55 to 125, let me change that histogram. $55 to $125. Okay. Am I average stacking? I hope. Yes, I am. If you zoom in, oh, and there's one of those little. If you look at a picture of the pelican, there's one of those little dark columns rising there that show up in the photo. And there's a few other ones coming up here off that dark cloud. Do I see another? Something just shot through the field of view real fast. See if I can zoom in on those. Yeah, they show better now. You see what I'm talking about? Coming off the back of his neck. Oh yeah. Now that I've backed it out, you can see the North America. You can see the Gulf of Mexico and Florida, and you can see New Orleans and Miami as I go. I mean, that would be New Orleans here. This would be Miami over here. Uh, Eastern Seaboard, coming around Florida, Gulf of Mexico. Hi, Steve. Welcome aboard. Let me get my erase out and take off, wipe out New Orleans and Miami and the curve. I mean, this is 40 seconds and I'm averaging 5 of them. Basically, what you see is what you get. And I got 45 images captured so far. So if I wanted to take a bunch of these and stack them, I could grab the images later and stack them. And it captures the image without the text on it. It's got just the raw image. I was looking at there are some people that have joined my NSN Live Facebook page, and I say it's basically for near real time, as I call it, camera assisted observing. And there are some people that are posting 100, 200, 300-minute exposures, and that's really not what it's all about. Can you see the head of the Pelican better now, guys? With a little bit longer exposure, it's definitely showing up. I may go crazy and yeah, that's the advantage that the 10C has. It has that high contrast gain. This camera does not uh, have high contrast gain. Well, Rock explained it's kind of an analog digital gain combination for HCG, whereas this camera doesn't have it. I'm gonna, where's my stop? I'm at 40. I'm gonna loop 50. So I'm gonna go to 50 seconds just for the heck of it. Seconds. Okay. So I guess now what's going to happen is the 40 second gradually going to drop out of the stack, and the 50 seconds are going to add to the stack. So you should gradually see it getting a little bit brighter. I may have to tweak the histogram. Yeah, because the histogram shifted to the right. So let me raise 55 and go to 65. Okay. So now the histo is 65 to 125. HISTO 65 to 125. Okay. Let me see if those areas in the back of the neck of the pelican stand out better. There's that one little feature here, like a little column coming off the cloud. There's another small one coming up over here. Hit the window. I hadn't seen, what is, down here in Mexico, that little dark area. I hadn't noticed that before. It's kind of curves. You know, coming off of this dark area at the bottom. Uh-oh, let's see. What did I do? Disable the stack and re-enable the stack. Let's see what happens. Something did not, when I zoomed in, it kind of messed up a little bit. There it is. Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, suggestions for the next target. See, this is in Cygnus, so let's see what other diffuse nebulae do I have in Cygnus. Okay, where's Cygnus? Let's look at the diffuse nebulae in Cygnus. Cygnus, we're looking at Cocoon is in Cygnus. Right now we are at 329 and 73. Cocoon's on the east side of the meridian. What? Yeah, let me. Well, what the heck? I'll see what the filter does on. I'm glad you could stop by, Rusty. I'm well, boy. Woo! Uh-oh. I'm probably looking at the shutter. Or a cloud. Let me go outside and see what happened. Maybe we're getting the clouds in early. Yep, cloud. Oh man, clouds everywhere. Folks, I think the party's over. Clouds are drifting in. They said they were going to have clouds by midnight. They missed it by about 4 hours. So I'm going to have to pull the plug, Will. You came in just in time to see me leave. Yeah, the clouds drifted in. Like I said, it's supposed to be nice this weekend. Hopefully I'll be back on by then. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.